Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. There are questions arise among those who practice, who just found Buddhism and who practice under the Buddha's teaching, that when you come to Buddhism, some may find that it is meaningful for your life, is good for your life, it change your life a lot, is make your life be better. And then when you experience such thing like that, you want to share it with other people, and you will try to share your experience with other people. That's normal for everyone, even you are Westerner or we Asian, because when you find something benefits for you, and you want to help others to have the same with that. But the question is that, is it necessary to do that, or when should we do that? So that's why I have today's topic, serve yourself, serve others, that we can discuss more based on the discourse. So today's discourse is based on the collection called Connected Discourse of the Buddha. So one time the Buddha gathered the bhikkhu, the monks around, and he tell the bhikkhu, the monks, that an acrobat, he set up his bamboo pole and call his pupil that, come dear pupil, climb the bamboo pole and then stand above my shoulder. Yes, teacher. And then the pupil do like this. I try to do the picture so that you can imagine easier. So the teacher tell to the pupil that, when we do like that, you protect me and I will protect you. Thus we protect each other. So when we protect each other like that, we will display our skill to the people, and then we get down safely, and we gain a lot of money by doing by our show. But then the people tell to the teacher that, teacher, I think this is not the way. It is not like we look at each other, we protect each other. That you should protect yourself and I will protect myself. That's why we can perform better. So how we can understand that? So the teacher, he should take care of his part. He should keep the pole, the bamboo pole, firmly, and then when it move, wherever the pupil on the top move, he should move together with on the top. So that, and he always have to look at the top of the bamboo pole, and take care of the bamboo pole by himself. So that's his part. So the pupil should not take care of the teacher part, but he or she should take care of herself or himself. That he and herself should stay firm on the top of the bamboo pole, and when and it's just like he or her make herself become one with the bamboo pole, and wherever it move, he should move together with that, and he let the bamboo bend down, but not him or herself bend her body. And when there's a wind come, he should keep she should keep herself firmly on the top of the bamboo pole. So that's why she should finish her part, take care of her part, and he should take care of his part, so that they can perform. They can finish their performance better. Then just look at each other, and then we'll rule the performance. So the meaning is like that. So the Buddha said that in the same way like that, you should not take care of all the part, but you take care of yourself first. How to do that? A person who is called take care of yourself is the person who try to practice, try to establish the four establishment of mindfulness. So what is the four? The mindfulness based on the contemplating on the body, contemplating on the feeling, contemplating on the mind, and contemplating on the phenomena. So everything happen in you and around you, you should know and take note everything of them. What happened in your body, what you feel, what your sensation, what happened in your mind, what you're thinking, and all the phenomena around you, you should notice about that. This means that you protect yourself. So when you do that, when the person who diligently practice to establish his mindfulness, so the other person look at him, the other person look at him and see how peaceful he is. You during a few days you practice in the retreat, you may feel how mindfulness help yourself, how peaceful you are, and then when the people look at you from outside, even through the picture, they can feel how peaceful you are, and they happy with you. They appreciate your practice, and then it inspire them to do the same like you, or they try hard to do like you. These days you have a small retreat, but the our devotee, when they look at the picture, they feel really happy, and they also tell themselves that they will try to be like you one day if they try to arrange the time. So while you do help yourself with mindfulness, you establish your own mindfulness, you also help other, inspire other to practice. And because of that, when they get inspired from you, they try more and more, and they also gain benefit from practicing. And they might be, because of that meritorious deed, they can be born in heaven, in the happy realm. So while you help yourself with establishment of mindfulness, you can help other. And while the person help other, protect other, he or she can protect himself in a way that when you try to look at other person, you keep your mind be patient with other person. You developed the compassion. You develop the compassion, the harmlessness to other beings, and you developed the loving kindness mind, and you develop the sympathy. Sympathy here means that you let other grow by their way, other increase develop by their way. This is the if we call in Buddhism is called mudita or altruistic joy. So when you take care of other with kanti, with endurance, patience, with patience, with compassion, with loving kindness, and with altruistic joy. You take care of other by that. So it means that you help yourself. In which way? When your mind is patient, be patient. When your mind full of compassion, with loving kindness, with altruistic joy, your mind calm and peaceful. And if you develop it calm and peaceful up to the level of jhana absorption, it can be the foundation for you to develop insight. So, and when we have enough insight, we will see the true nature of the things around you. We call the condition thing. So you see how everything conditioned by each other. Because of this one arise, and because of this not arise, the other one cannot arise. So when you have the foundation, the calmness from patience, from loving kindness, from compassion, from an altruistic joy, you can develop your insight. And through by saying that you protect other people by these four, you also protect yourself, help yourself, save yourself with develop insight meditation. And because of that, one day when you reach the goal, you can be free from all kind of suffering, break yourself through the cycle of rebirth. So that's why the Buddha encouraged that why we help yourself, why we help ourselves, it means that we help other person. And when we help other person, we help ourselves in this way. That's why the topic is save yourself, then means self or other person. When you practice meditation, the mindfulness also help you to look carefully, clearly what is your behavior, even is the bodily, mentally, or verbally. So when you're about to say something, your mindfulness your awareness, your mindfulness will help you to recognize it is the good one or is it a bad one. So when you're about to say something and you think and you know that this is the bad one, so you keep yourself not to saying it out. Or furthermore, if you fast enough, you will prevent yourself from not thinking bad idea about other person. So in that way, you will reduce a lot of unwholesome karma, unwholesome action, and replace it by the wholesome action. And in that way, we are called we are practice the teaching of the Buddha not to do any evil, not to do any evil. The yesterday we have the full moon day. In Buddhism we call Magha Puja. You may read in the internet. The Buddhism around the world celebrate the Magha Puja day. Is the day that the Buddha teach this instruction not to do any evil, to embrace the good, to purify one's mind. This is the instruction of the Buddha. Even you see here in the verse, there are three, not to do any evil, to embrace the good, and to purify one's mind. But actually, it is one only. This is, so it means one. Even say three, but it all become one. So when you practice meditation, you develop your mindfulness, you follow the instruction of the Buddhas. The Buddhas in plural means all the Buddha teach the same way. So as I said, when the person who commits killing or harming other living being, or the person who say bad word, criticize other person, or bad word, harsh speech to other beings, it come from it have the angry mind behind as the foundation. Or the person who commit stealing, taking what is not given, or who commit the sexual misconduct with other person, or the person who lying they can have the greedy mind behind as a foundation. And some person they speech useless talk they can have the ignorant mind behind as the foundation. So when we practice meditation, mindfulness meditation, we will know what we are about to do, what we are about to think, what we are about to say. And then when we know that somebody talk badly about us, or push us down by their word, so instead of get angry with them and said bad word back, pay back to them by that, you will keep your mind calm and let they say whatever they want. You don't mind about whatever they say. So that is the benefit from mindfulness meditation. Or uh, when you see something beautiful and you want to have it to yourself, stealing it, or see somebody attractive to you and you want to like order wife and husband and you want to commit sexual misconduct, you will see that you will see your idea through by the power of mindfulness. And then instead of trying to steal it from them, you will develop the loving kindness to them. They also cherish what they have, and I also cherish if I have something like that. So I'm instead of stealing from them, we keep our mind calm and peaceful with the power of mindfulness. Or somebody, especially lady, they often talk on the phone the whole day just to talk about all the people stuff, many topic. So it's useless talk, and it's not necessary for their life sometimes. So when we know that we're about to talk nonsense like that, we know that this is the reason to develop more and more ignorance. So it is not good for me. I will not do that anymore. I should be happy. I should improve my altruistic joy with other person. So when you see that by your mindfulness, you will stop doing that and it bring benefit to you. So that is how the mindfulness, the meditation, inside meditation, develop the mindfulness can help to your life. It prevent you from do more and more unwholesome deed, replace it by wholesome deed, and to purify your mind. And when you practice and you know like that, it will help you in the long run, because uh, the bad karma, it will show you the bad result, and we have to face one day. We don't know how serious it is if we don't take care about that. I would like to share with you one story written in the discourse about a famous monk in the Buddha time. He's called Sivali. Most of the people know about him, like the monk who have great merit, great punya, because wherever he stay, even he stay far in the forest, but people will try to find him to offer him food and clothes and robe, and things like that. But he also, in the past, because of his ignorance, before he become an arahant, in the cycle of rebirth, he also did serious unwholesome deed, so that he and her mother and his mother have to face it in the last time of their life. During the time of the Buddha, his mother is called Supavasa. So she's pregnant. She has been pregnant for 7 years and obstructed labor for 7 days. Are you surprised when you heard about 7 years and obstructed labor in the 7 day? It cannot imagine, right? But I checked the three source in the discourse, and why she suffered like that. She tried to improve her um, uh, um, her confidence in in the Buddha, in the teaching of the Buddha, in the disciple of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, so that she can keep her mind calm, peaceful, while being suffer for 7 years and 7 days like that. Um, And after she her husband go to the Buddha, pay homage instead of her, and the Buddha pledged that you may Supavasa and the boy be happy and be healthy. And then after that, she can deliver him easily. And the boy, the Sivali boy, after he was born, he talked to the Venerable Sariputta, then he ordained and attained arahantship. But that is the other side of the story. What I want to figure out here is why they have to be suffer for 7 days and 7 years. A record in the commentary of Udana and the commentary of Chataka that in the very long time ago, there are a king called Kosala. He attacked the kingdom of King Varanasi and took his chief queen. So the prince escaped in time, and while he escaped like that, he tried to organize an army and went back and threatened to wage a war to defeat the Kosala king. The mother, the queen, the mother inside the city, she tried to advise her son that you should be sage the city, like no one can go out, no one can come in from the city, blocking the 4 main gate, and no one can go out, no exit or no entrance for 7 years. So how can they survive through 7 years? Because the citizen in that city, they try to went out by smaller gate and to collect things like wood, like grass, etc. So then later the mother see that. So for 7 years nothing happened. So she gave further advice to the prince that you should take care of smaller gate too. You should block the smaller gate too. So the citizen for 7 days, they cannot go in, go out, cannot move anymore, badly limited. So that after 7 days, they behead the king Kosala and offer it to the prince, so that the prince crown himself as the king. So that's the reason why the son and the mother have to face their bad karma. The queen in the past is the mother in the present, and the prince in the past is the Venerable Sivali. They have to pay back what they have done in the past. For some of you may wonder that 7 years and 7 days is really hard to imagine. One of our devotees also have the same feeling. Last week, they also asked about another story about the karma and then the result. First, when you heard about a Buddhist story, you should verify the source first. In my opinion, you should verify the source first. Is it truly found in the text? So if it found in the text, it can be weird when you talk about the karma and its result, just like this. This is 7 years and 7 days, more weird than the question she asked. But you should imagine that the karma have its way to yield the result. And when it yields the result, we don't know exactly. And how it yields the result, we don't know exactly. What we can do is we take care of the action rather than we take care of the result. So if you don't believe in 7 years and 7 days, you may think that she and him and the monk should be very difficult during the pregnancy, just like that. And what we should know more than draw a lesson from this story, that we should take care of every action we do, even it's a smaller one, because every action we do, even is verbally, bodily, or by thinking, it can be it can yield bad result in a bad consequence in the future. And when we have to face that bad consequence in the future, it will be a lot of suffering than we are doing now. So don't wait until the bad consequence come to us, and we lamentate, we cry out that why I have to face such bad consequence. Take care about your action right now, and how we take care of our own action by mindfulness. We should be mindful in every action we do, bodily, verbally, mentally. Uh, that is the help of insight meditation. Help you. You save yourself. You take care of yourself through your all your action. Let mindfulness help you to prevent the unwholesome action and to replace it by the wholesome one. And because of that, you save yourself first, and then other will follow, will get inspired by you. Don't try to convert other, don't try to change other person, don't try to save the world. Save yourself first, and while you're saving yourself, you will save the world. So thank you for your listening.
Okay, we have some time to discuss of what we learned today, the lesson. The topic came about to some people found Buddhism very interesting, very beneficial. So they so inspired that they wished to learn, so one day they could teach others. Um, if they want to teach others, that's good, that's encouraged. But before they teach others, they need to be well equipped. They need to know the right teaching, the right practice, and be prepared to answer any question, any confusion that other people have. But if you are not well equipped, you might run into trouble, or you might get other people upset because you taught wrong, zero wrong result, or you are not able to answer the question. So that's our recommendation, definitely encouragement. So first of all, you have to save yourself. You have to be well equipped first before you can reach out and help others. In Buddhism, it sounds a little bit different than in real life. In real life, when you hear someone say, "Take care of yourself first," save yourself first, sounds so selfish. Like for example, if you have food, you have wealth, you should look after yourself, you should save yourself, and all that. Sound kind of selfish, but in Buddhism, it's not like that. I give, for example, in the 5 precepts, not killing, not stealing, not commit sexual misconduct, lying, and taking, alcohol, any toxic. The first one, not killing. You have to take care of yourself, mean to take care of others. If you don't have any intention to harm others, you make others feel very safe, very comfortable around you. In the same way, you're not committing this unwholesome deed, you eventually get a lot of, you have good consequence, or you be born in heaven with all the good act that you do. So in a way, you save yourself by not committing this unwholesome deed. You actually help others. And furthermore, when someone else see you, the good behavior that you do, others will inspire and they follow you. And because they follow you, they don't do unwholesome deed. Eventually, they also help themselves. So that is the sense. So in this case, he point out about the four practice: patient, persevering, patient, compassion, loving kindness, and sympathetic joy. When you treat others with these 4 practice, the result that you get back is, from the good wholesome deed that you got back. But at the same time, you help others feel very comfortable, very happy. So that's one is when you save others. It's actually you save yourself. You save yourself. Actually, you save others. in that sense. And in this picture that portrayed that you have to be skillful before you can actually, help other. You take care of yourself first, and the other one will take care of him or herself, and in a way that is mutually beneficial. So for the past few days, we have four gentlemen who come to the temple to practice meditation. So they're very diligent with the practice. And one of our a devotee, I saw name, he went home and he came back this morning and he told me that, oh, this morning while driving back to the temple, I see, the land, the scenery, so peaceful, very, very serene, very daring. And I told him that actually the place is the same. Yesterday is the same, and today, this morning, you drive, it's the same. There's nothing changed with it. What changed is your state of mind. Because for the past couple of days, you practice very diligently, your mind very calm, very serene, very loving. So when your mind calm and loving, whatever you see is also calm and serene. It's not the place, it's the mind. So you see the beauty, the benefit of the practice of Vipassana meditation. It seemed very hard at first. When they first started, the ego to go and sit. But you in for the long run, not short run. But over the time, first day you feel very eager to sit. And then as time go on, it build up with all that tired, aching, the boredom that you need to persevere in order to gain the benefit. So it's not hard. It's not easy. But then again, if you do it right, the consequence, the result you see right away, calmness and loving. So there you go. You are actually saving yourself now from all the unwholesome deed that you could act when your mind is agitated. You have a lot of benefit. You will face a lot of good consequence. But the people who look at you, they be inspired. They want to follow what you do. Eventually, they also get the benefit. But furthermore, because you don't have the intention to harm others, you actually give others a sense of calm and safe, not a threat. So save yourself is to save others. Okay, so that is how today lesson we come up with. We just want to share with you that way. So we open for discussions. Anyone who want to talk out about your experience, maybe you can inspire others. Okay. No. Okay.
Anger at the idea of something that was said negatively about me, and that was exactly it. Just don't react to it, okay. And observe, and I don't care anymore today. Mm-hmm. It's like it just doesn't matter. Right. But in the moment, it seems, I don't know, like a big deal.
Actually, it's the nature of it. Actually, this monk, when he prepared this lesson, he didn't hear about what you say, and not even hear about this morning, about this morning, right? He just prepared the lesson like that. But that's the way it is. That's the nature of it. Whether we didn't hear from you or not, that's the way it's supposed to be, because cause and effect. So, as you can see, it's proven that if you do the right thing, the right result will bear. That's it. So when we meditate, it may seem very hard at time goes on, it build up with all the tiredness, the boredom. But this is the opportunity for you to train your mind. When you in the control environment, in the training environment, negative state of mind, unwholesome mind can bubble up. And since you are not facing with other people, just only yourself, this is how you train your mind to be calm, serene, and accept it and watch it and see the nature of it. For example, when you meditate, you have this negative thought rises in your mind. Normally, you would react to it, get agitated, get upset over it. But since you meditate, you learn the technique, you stay calm and look at it and see what it does. And what it does is that eventually the condition wear out and it just completely disappear. And you don't have any reaction to it. You feel very calm. And then the calmer you keep yourself, the more you look at the condition, the quicker it dissipates. It's not a big deal. But in real life, for those who don't practice, they just react to it and they just add more defilement that make everything worse. And then you sink deeper into the unwholesome act, by reacting, by return the negative thing like that. So you, in turn, you just dig yourself in a deeper grave, which is unnecessarily. Yeah. So that's why in the retreat, you have the chance to look at your mind, you train your mind, and you see it, and you become a believer. And next time you try harder when the fight is bigger. So in the retreat, there is no enemy, outside enemy. Only the inside enemy is your defilement. And that is the enemy you need to defeat, not the outside enemy. And that's the bigger, if you defeat it, that's the biggest glory. That's the biggest glory you can ever get. Defeat your own enemy, your defilement. That. So that's just the opportunity for you to train while you're in the retreat. And the only way you can purify your mind, with all this defilement, remove it, have the right understand. So after you overcome of this, battle, your insight grow. And once you have insight, you have knowledge. This is the one that free you from the suffering, not anything else. And that's how you get enlightenment. Only the insight will get you enlightenment. Not from praying or not from by accident. Yeah, last night we had a discussion. It was kind of interesting. People are saying, "Oh, I accidentally found my enlightenment." Yeah, and we say, "No, there's no such thing as accidentally found enlightenment or accidentally found nibbana, because nibbana is not a place for you to accidentally discover. It's the state of mind, and the state of mind it takes time." Bit by bit to purify, to train, to get it on the right path. So as you go along, you will know where you are. You can't just accidentally bump into it. Yeah. So it's something that you need to know. Don't just kind of, I just sit and, by chance I might bump into it and I get enlightened. Enlightenment is wisdom. And wisdom is not something you accidentally discover. It's bit by bit. If you have a dirty cloth, it's not just by accidentally get clean and pure, can you? You have to scrub, you have to wash, you have to do a lot of work for you to get clean clothes, right? Yeah. There's no magic that poop, the cloth is pure white. Yeah. So there's no such thing by accident nibbana or accidentally enlightenment. Because enlightenment is to be free to break through the ignorance, right? So some people read a lot and then they don't have enough understanding. They found themselves, oh, that's me. They look in the text, oh, that's me. I'm free from one of the fruits and is free from anger. And you say, oh, right now I'm not angry. That's me. That's not true like that. Yeah. So you need to do a little more practice, a lot more reading, and something that you don't understand, you should always come back and verify it. Okay. So for that, I'm very happy to hear. Yeah. So any question that we have? Someone want to share what you have experienced for the past few days? Yeah. David's always the quiet one. Yeah. But why don't you share about during the time that you meditate, the time you be here, there's the negativity that you might have arise in your mind. You feel boredom, you feel aching, you feel like you want to give up. And why didn't you give up? Why didn't you just ignore the boredomness and then go on and finish the retreat. Do you have that or not? First, let's start that.
The first day, it felt really, really good, and I just got excited about it and everything. And I was sitting, and my mind was doing stuff, but it was easy to ignore it. And it's like I had a deeper capacity to ignore it, which is kind of important. So that was the first day. And then I think later on in the first day, I started getting really painful sitting, because I just hadn't been sitting that long in a while. And then I felt disappointment in myself for not having maintained my body to be able to sit like I used to and everything. But by today, I feel great sitting. So that was a lot of it. That was all irritating. And I was learning that if I was distracted, the pain would just ramp up, and I would find myself fidgeting even more. So it was like the fidgeting went with being distracted in my thoughts about something. At one point there was like intense just fantasies about whatever I wanted to be doing elsewhere, and that played out for a few minutes. But it's like it would just kind of like ramp up, and then just all right, it's done. And but the one I mentioned to you was one that kept coming back. It was like right before I came, a friend told me that someone said something negative about me. And I didn't think I cared as much about it as I apparently did, but I remember at one point yesterday is like the worst of it. I was really angry and like wrathful, and I felt bad about that later. But I'm happy I didn't like go and say anything to anybody because I really wanted to, you know. Yeah. But I had my phone like on do not disturb and all that, so I wasn't contacting people. So I did deal with it, before going home, and now I don't feel that way anymore. And also realized the thing I was so angry about, the idea of someone saying something negative about me, like I've done that. I've said nasty things about people that were unwarranted, and so I said, okay, well maybe I needed to just see how that felt more fully or something. So that's been a lot of it, and then that was the biggest victory for sure, getting over that anger. And I don't know, this like really tied it all together. Yeah. And like you said, it was the way you put it a minute ago was perfect. Like it wasn't about anybody else. It was me, my own enemy. And yeah, I think I did struck a blow to it.
Right. Yeah. But are you happy that you did not,
manifest the unwholesomeness through verbal, like retaliate and then commit another unwholesome act?
So
that's why you in the training environment, you learn, you face your own defilement, which is something that you have committed in the past. Now it bears the fruit that rises and it agitate you and upset you because someone else says something negatively about you. Normally, people would retaliate by saying something negative back, and that's how on and on you keep going. You reap the result, it trigger you to retaliate, to commit another unwholesome act, and then on and on and on and on. So it got to stop somewhere. So it got to stop right at the moment that it rises. I say, I refuse to commit another one and face the consequence in the future. So you just live it through it. You just, deal with your negative mind. It just completely dissipated and you feel happy. And at least you didn't upset another person, right? And you learned the lesson. You see, well, it's impermanent. Even the negative thought is impermanent. And, you learn your lesson already. Just live it, just let it be, and then it dissipate by itself. And you save yourself a trouble for the future, So there you go. If you see that, and then you have more control of yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
Words yesterday, but how you have the thought voice, and the voice might say something you don't like, and then maybe you say something back to it, like, no, I'm not going to feel that way. It's like I saw in a new way that it doesn't actually help to speak back to it. It's like if I have the negative thought and then say, no, I don't want to do that. It's like that just turns into like a cycle of talking in my head, and it's not actually doing anything. And so it's like I learned more fully to just leave it alone instead of talking back to my own mind, you know. So that was good. It was like obviously silly.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just
Between unwholesome and wholesome, back and forth. The wholesome part because we know what is right and what is wrong, but the emotion, the root of the greed, anger, the delusion, that will sway you to be on the negative side, on the unwholesome side. So some of the knowledge tell you, no, this is not good. So you got to be, your wholesome side got to be stronger to suppress or not, to ignore the negative side. And then this one eventually get tired of it and just go away by itself. So that's how you learn, right? So it's not that you are crazy or anything. It's just a wholesome mind and a wholesome state of mind. They kind of fight each other for the spot. So you got to be stronger. Your inside has to be stronger for you to overcome the unwholesomeness. So that's how we learn now. That's how we want to build up. We want to establish more wholesome as much as possible. So big that it would put out in the, one blow. No, not much in effort. So that's why we do. We train our mind to be more wholesome that way. Okay, go ahead. You're welcome to.
You were mentioning martial arts yesterday, so I started doing martial arts a while ago. I've been doing it for a few months, Muay Thai, and my leg has been hurting for like 2 weeks, I think, and it was starting to heal and feel better. But at one point yesterday, like when I got here, it was totally achy. I felt my achy in different places, but over the time I've been here, I feel like I don't know, like my body has stabilized more so, and that's really nice. But I know last time I did the retreat, it's like I started with the walking and felt kind of walking slowly like that. By the end of it, you just feel stable and short in your step. And that's how it was this time too. All that kind of feels like it went together, like the not hurting so much and all that stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of walking meditation, a lot of people think that when they walk,
wobble, lost balance. But then again, they continue, to do it, and then eventually they maintain the balance, even though they walk very slowly. Why is that? Do you know?
Just being more focused.
maybe a small mindfulness, right? When you are
More mindful, eventually you establish the stability. It's the same way, when your mind is less agitated, it be more stable and more clear, thing like that. So there you go. You will learn from there. Don't give up when you feel kind of, out of balance. Just, okay, that's fine. Just walk normally and then slow down a bit. When you start slowing down, you pay attention to a detail. That's how you build up your concentration. And when you have the concentration, your knowledge will arise, will manifest. Okay? So continue to do that. A lot of people are saying that you need to aware of your mind, but that's not enough. You're aware of your mind, but what should you do with it? A lot of people say when they are angry, when they're angry, people say, do you know you're angry? Because often in meditation, you say you also aware your state of mind. When you're angry, you know you are angry. So a lot of people, when they're angry, you ask them, do you know you are angry? Yes, they are angry. But what is the next step? That is the one that we need to learn. First of all, recognize you are angry. And angry will lead to a lot of disaster, a lot of suffering. Right? You know that one. The next step, what are you going to do about it to prevent the unwholesomeness, to dissipate the anger? That's just the main part. So a lot of people, some meditators, some practitioner came and told me that they stopped go to retreat or stop meditating because they thought they learned the method that whatever they do, they should recognize the state of mind. Let's say that if they're angry, they know they're angry. If they're greedy, they know they're greedy. So this guy, he went out and he doesn't meditate anymore. So he went and does his way, the way he liked it. Like he go to the bar, he start drinking beer, And then he say, oh, I'm drinking beer. When I drink beer, I know I'm drinking beer. I'm aware of what I'm doing. And he said, went on and he just enjoyed himself. But he didn't get any better at all. He didn't get calmness or peaceful, any wholesomeness. So I told him that you learn, but you only learn half of it. You didn't learn the whole thing. So you didn't improve yourself. So the teacher taught you the first thing you need to do is to recognize what it is and then do something about it. So you think that your anger, first of all, you know everything about the anger, lead to the consequence. You understand that one. So the next step, you need to work on it, change your attitude, have the right thought, right thinking, right action to prevent this unwholesomeness from committing. That's it. Don't stop at just aware of it. Aware alone is not enough like that. So that's why we here, when we sit, our defilement bubble up, rather than follow it, you just have to stay calm, change your attitude, have the right understanding, right action, like that. That way you get better. Okay.
I heard you talking to David at one point. You were in the kitchen. You were talking about Kobe. And you're, I don't know, Kobe Carlton's invited or something. Yeah. And you said something like, we're trying to teach Kobe this loving kindness and stuff. And I was kind of disappointed. And I was like, I think he's talking about me. Because I was so angry with what I did yesterday. But,
it's okay, try and error,
Yeah.
It's a next time error. But because if you
put down, the unwholesomeness will catch up with you, and that's how you do all the bad things. So you need to keep up and always stay on the right path, and you'll be safe. Yeah. So continue. It's not easy, but there's with the sweet reward is waiting for you if you finish your journey, right? I know for the past couple of days it's not easy. Before you feel good and happy and everything is so beautiful and serene and loving, you have to put up with a lot of pain and boredom and want to go home. I want to see my wife. I miss my wife. Yada yada yada. Right? But no pain, no gain. That's everything. You want money, you got to work hard for it. You can't steal, right? You have to work hard for it. And working hard is not fun, right? But then again, you get a lot of good things for your life. Same here. You want to have a calm mind, a positive mind. You need to train your mind to get it. Nothing easy, You just can pray and poop, you got it, right? Not that easy. If so, then we wouldn't be here. Yeah? Okay. So we almost ran out of time. We have just a couple more minutes if anyone has the last question. Yeah. Okay. So thank you all for coming today. Let's do the loving kindness chanting and sharing merit to all.